What's up, YouTube? Deadpool 2323. Yep, I'm doing a little bit of a face-off today. Special occasion. I felt like not doing a whole lot of hauls lately. I felt like doing a bit of my top books. I went with my top 51 because I had 51 books I wanted to show off. So there it is. I hope you like the new intro. Pretty cool. I'm learning how to do some editing, so I'm not the most tech savvy guy. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right. X-Men number 50. Classic Jim Steranko cover art. Still playing with the lighting here. Anyways, number 50. That's number 51. I love it. You know, it's my favorite cover art ever. Jim Steranko, and it's in really good condition. Real quick, I do want to talk about that. My books are based on everything, what's important about it, and condition. So you may see a book and you may say, hey, why is that so low on his list? That's like worth way more. There may be a condition issue to it. And it's also my opinion of what's valuable to me, what I enjoy owning as well. So, number 50. X-Men number 64. First Sunfire. I searched for that for a long time. It was hard to find. One of my favorite stories. Number 49. X-Men number 221. First Mr. Sinister. And I'm getting hellacious glare. I have two copies. This copy here, funny story. You can see, I don't know if I can get it close enough. Right there. Looks like someone stabbed it and there was a tag over it. So like a year later, when I went to a con, the guy I actually bought it from, I told him about it. It was like a year later, and I was like, yeah. I said, so if you had any more from that, whoever that collection was, it was like really tightly sealed in Mylar, and the guy didn't want people to open it. He said, hey, you know, because you couldn't, whatever they used to seal it, you couldn't reopen it or reseal it, is what he said. So I told him about it, and he's like, man, I had no idea that was there. The price, you know, the price tag was on it when I bought it, and he said, hey, pick any book, and he goes, how much did you spend on it? I told him, I forget what it was. I think it was like $30 at the time, and he's like, hey, pick any book and take $30 off. Like, he felt genuinely bad. So, and he just totally took my word on it. There's no way that he remembered me from a year later. I'm bad at losing count, by the way. 51, 50, 49, 48. Amazing Fantasy 15, the new one. This is the first appearance of Amadeus Cho. And I think it's a very important book in the Marvel Universe right now. Especially since they killed off Bruce Banner. 47. Hulk number 102. This book would be higher if it was in a higher grade. I only paid $50 for this book. It's a lower grade, but I still love this book. Man, I'm getting a... You can see the video playing back. It's like a picture in a picture. Sorry about that. Alright. Continuing on. Oh, and some of my books I put like 2 or 3 books together because you know, they kind of make a set, so to speak. So next up, Captain America 360. First appearance of Crossbones. This one should be a lot higher on my list, but it's in horrible condition. It's like a 2.5. Avengers number 57, first appearance of the Vision. I love this book. I love this cover. I normally wouldn't have gone for one in such bad grade, but man, I'm just the higher mid-grade ones were just at the time out of my price range, and this was the deal was right. This was a trade that I had about $50–$60 into. So, and I got this in the Polaris, the first appearance Polaris. These next two I kind of grouped together. It's the first appearance of Alpha Flight, X-Men 120 and 121. This whole face-off thing, I'm not really sure I like it. I don't know that I'll do a whole lot more of them. Might just go back to my old style. Next, X-Men number 109, first appearance of Weapon Alpha. It's an important one. I love that cover too. I love any cover where two superheroes are fighting. I don't know why, I just always have. Next up, Hulk, Incredible Hulk, number 162. First appearance of the Wendigo. I love the Wendigo. Love storylines with him. And this is a pretty good condition book. I mean, the white's pretty white on that, you know. A few little creases. I'd say this come in at probably an 8.0, 8.5, maybe 9. I don't know. It's got a nasty little scuff in the corner. Next up, recently hot book, man. New Mutants number 26, first appearance of Legion. It's gotten super hot lately. So, and it's a pretty nice copy, so I had to throw that in there. Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man number 64, first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. Again, it's gotten stupid hot lately. The guy had this for 50. He said he thought it was an 8.0. Yeah, it's probably an 8.5, 9.0. Love the Mylar bag. Yeah, I want a high grade one, sure, but this is high enough grade for me. And to be honest with you, a year from now, if that television show sucks, nobody's gonna want that book anyways, and they'll come back down to earth. I had to pause it for a minute to count. I'm so bad at the counting. If you've watched my previous ones, right, like the top 30, I couldn't keep track either. But we're through the top 40, so this is coming in at number 39, Iron Fist number 1. Love that cover. Again, two superheroes fighting. I'm a sucker for it, especially if it's an older one. Not so much the new stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, I like the new stuff, but I'm a sucker for the Silver and Bronze Age stuff. 38, Nova number 1, first appearance of Nova. Yeah, I love that. I just absolutely love that. $37. This book is another book that would probably higher, but it's not in the best grade. X Factor number 6, first appearance of Apocalypse. Took me a second. $36. Astonishing Ant-Man. Marvel Premiere number 47, first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man. So, that's pretty cool. This book is actually worth more than the first appearance of Scott Lang for some reason. I think it was 36. Number 35, Savage She-Hulk number 1, first appearance of She-Hulk. Yeah, nice grade on that too. I'd say that's a solid 8. I think I'm down to 34 at this point. X-Men number 49, first appearance of Polaris. Great Jim Steranko cover. You all know I am a sucker for Jimmy Steranko. Someday I hope to meet him and actually interview him if you've seen my interview stuff. $33. Avengers Annual number 10, first appearance of Rogue. Man, another. You know, I gotta be honest, I didn't like these covers. I'm glad I have this book. I've had a couple copies. This is the nicest copy one I have. But I don't like the cover. I don't like the magazine look. I don't know. I just don't like the cover. It'd probably be higher if it was a better cover. It'd probably worth more if it was a better cover. That was 34. It's 33. Amazing Spider-Man number 361. First appearance of Carnage. You know, I really toyed with putting this book higher on the list. And it probably should be, because I think Carnage is one of... I think he's the worst villain that Spider-Man's ever had to go against. But yeah, for some reason, I didn't put it higher on the list. I don't know. Maybe because I've had 4 of them, and they just seem to be pretty easy to get. 32, Miss Marvel #1. This is a hard book to get too. It's not easy. You see them at cons, but man, they want $100 all day long for this book, and I didn't pay anywhere near that. Oh, this is a book I saw it for a long time. Number 30. I lost count again. 32, 31. Daredevil #158. First Frank Miller on Daredevil. It's not the first Frank Miller work with the character Daredevil. It's the first Frank Miller on the Daredevil main series. I believe it was Spectacular Spider-Man 47 where Frank Miller drew that, and Daredevil was a guest star in that. So that's the first time he published work drawing Daredevil, but this is his first work in the Daredevil run. I need to get a better bag for that. That bag looks horrible. Look at that. Look how wrinkly that bag is. I need to get a better bag for that. Alright, I just made a quick count to make sure I was accurate. We're into the top 29. Alright, number 29. X-Men #130, first appearance of Dazzler. Great book. I love how they bedazzled the X-Men before bedazzling was cool. Alright. Coming in at number 28 is 2 books. X-Men #141, which I have 2 copies of. In true Alex the Comic Hoarder fashion, I wanted to show off all my copies. But it's a story arc with X-Men #142. This is the first appearance of Rachel Summers, the first appearance of a bunch of futuristic Wolverines and stuff. But it's the Days of Future Past storyline. Arguably one of the best storylines in any comic book ever. And probably my second favorite storyline in the X-Men. There's so many good storylines. You got the Phoenix, you got I loved when they brought in the New Mutants, but my favorite storyline is the Age of Apocalypse when they did that. That was 28. Number 27. Incredible Hulk #141. First appearance of Doc Samson. Beautiful conditioned book. Looks beautiful in the Mylar. Condition is everything. And the condition on this is probably a 6 or a 7.0. This is what I could find and afford at the time. So Incredible Hulk #271. First appearance of Rocket Raccoon. Now, the Doc Samson one's probably worth more money than this because of its condition. But I don't care. Rocket Raccoon, to me, means more than Doc Samson. But probably because I don't read Hulk. I've never read Hulk. For me, I watch the movies, and that's where Rocket, but I've read a bunch of crossovers with Rocket, and he's hilarious. So, Hulk 271, first appearance Rocket Raccoon in the comics. Marvel Superheroes presents Guardians of the Galaxy. This is number 18, and it's first appearance of the original Guardians of the Galaxy, including Yondu. Pretty cool. The original team, not the new team. Which that brings me to something. I had other comics like the first appearance of Gamora, but the condition wasn't good enough to be in it. The condition probably made it a $30 comic. It just wasn't good condition. Maybe 50. So if you've watched my videos, don't think that I haven't gotten rid of anything. Maybe a couple extras here and there in trades, but I haven't gotten rid of anything that I didn't have an extra of. So don't think that I got rid of something or that I sold a trade. This is just, honestly, this was just kind of quickly thrown together too, because I kind of felt like doing a video. I hadn't done a video in a while. I did one recently in response to a friend of mine's video, but I just wanted to kind of showcase some of my books, and yeah, felt like showing my face a little bit too. All right, we're inside the top 25 now. Let's get moving. Coming in at 24, Marvel feature number 1, first appearance of the Defenders team. Love that book. Coming in at 23, X-Men number 28, first appearance of Banshee. One of my favorite books. 22 is X-Men number 58, first appearance of Havoc as in the Havoc costume. Again, conditions everything. Next up, Marvel Spotlight number 32, first appearance of Spider-Woman. I think this is a solid 8.0. It's from 1977. You know how I know that? It says so right there. Coming in at number 20, Marvel Superheroes Winter Special, 1991, featuring the X-Men Namor and a brand new character, the first appearance of Squirrel Girl. It's funny because it says Marvel Super Winter Special 1991, but on the back the date they put was 1992. Winter 91, I guess, would become 92. All right. Coming in at number 19, I'm inside the top 20. First slab of the day. X-Men number 94. Man. It's only a 3.5, that's why it's so low. But I still had to have it in the top 20. You know what's funny is I didn't have that book in my original top like 30 because I thought, oh, it didn't fit. But the more I thought about it, even in a lower grade like a 3.5, that book is significant. Number 18, Captain America number 110, another great Jim Steranko cover. 7.5, gotta love it. Gotta love it. I love it. That's why it's in my first appearance of Viper too. And it doesn't say it on here, but it's the first appearance of Rick Jones as Bucky. Coming in at number 17, 7.5, signed by Stan Lee. This may be one of my favorite comic books I own. Probably is. But in the pantheon, if people were picking out my books, it's probably right about where it's at. Coming in, was it 17 now, right? 1918, yeah, number at 17. The Origin of Captain America number 109, autographed by Stan Lee. Still love that book. It goes, until I get it hung on my wall, it goes right back in the plastic. I take it out of the plastic for you guys to see. Because I care. I'm a giver. Number 16, 7 to Eternity, number 1. Now, someone might say, why is it? It's a very high grade, so they're getting kind of ridiculous in price for this book. I get it. They didn't make a whole lot of this first run. The storyline's pretty good. I stopped reading it because I cut back on the new stuff I was reading, and this just didn't make the cut for me of the books that I wanted to read. I wasn't looking forward to this book coming out every week or every month, whereas other books like Saga and The Walking Dead I was looking forward to. But my good friend, QB Comic Addict, Ralph, traded this book to me, and it's so beautiful that I want to get it graded. You know, and that's something I wanted to talk about too. I made a big kind of statement about what you should get graded, what you shouldn't get graded. You should get graded what you want to get graded, and not anybody else. My video on grading was about me and what I get graded and why I get graded. I might get this book graded because I think there's a potential for this book to be worth a lot of money one day. I don't see this ever becoming like a TV show, like The Walking Dead, but who knows? Excuse me, it's late and I'm tired. So, anyway. Alright, where are we at? I gotta count. Alright, we're in the top 15. Are you ready? Coming in at number 15. Miss Marvel number 16, 17, and 18. 3 books in one. This is the first appearance sequence of Mystique. And she, to me, is one of the most major characters. So, let me see if I can get this right. I'm sure you'll comment if I got it wrong, and that's okay. I don't mind. First appearance of Raven Darkholme as somebody else. First appearance of Raven Darkholme. First appearance of Mystique, if I'm not mistaken. But I think all 3 together are important because, and honestly, love the artwork on them. I think that artwork's probably my favorite of the 3 covers. Number 14. Love this book. Amazing Spider-Man, number 101. First appearance of Morbius. You know, it's funny because I can remember just about every one of these books and where I bought them. I don't know if everybody can do that, but I sure can. And it brings back a lot of memories, good memories going through these books. Number 13. Another book I searched long and hard for, and then I finally found it. Amazing Spider-Man, number 194. First appearance of Black Cat. Now, I would say this is a solid 8.0. That's my opinion. There's not a single problem with the spine. There's a little smudge in the ink on here, but I don't know if that's going to detract because that's part of the book. The back looks good, a little dirty. The color's good. It's not faded. I would be surprised if this came back under an 8.0. And this is one that I'm tempted to get graded because I really like the character Black Cat. I think she looks amazing. I never read anything with her in her to know that I like her as a character. But it's a pretty hot book. As long as Jason Campbell's drawing her, it's going to continue to go up. One of my favorite characters I do read a lot about, Daredevil number 168, first appearance of Elektra. I think this is number 13 right here. So we're inside the top 13 now. I remember getting this book the day it came into Yancey Street Comics. He gave me a hella good deal on it, and you can see the price tag that he had $125, which $125 for this book's a hella good deal in this condition. He gave me a better deal because Steve's cool like that. That was actually number 12. Coming in at number 11. Just missing the top 10 books of Aaron Smith is another Amazing Spider-Man, number 238. The first appearance of Hobgoblin. This book could have easily made the top 10. It didn't. And the only reason it didn't is it does have 1 or 2 spine ticks. I still think that this book will grade out pretty good, close to a 9, if not over a 9. I think high end would be 9.2, low end would be 8.0. I'm pretty happy with it. Only reason I would look to upgrade this book is if I came across a deal I just couldn't pass up, or I bought a collection and it was in there. Yep. You ready for the top 10? Here we go. Number 10. X-Men number 266. 2 copies. First appearance. That was weird. First appearance of Gambit. He's one of my favorite characters, and this copy here, my good buddy Sean bought me as a gift, and I will get that graded one day. I might get them both graded at the same time just to see what they both come back as. And I actually can tell the difference between the two of them based on the coloring. You can see the coloring here is a little bit lighter green than here. I don't know if that makes a difference in the price and the guiding. Number 9, The New Mutants, number 87. First appearance of my man Cable, Nathan Summers. Yep. Pretty high grade book too. I can see like one, maybe two spine ticks. Beautiful looking book. Number 7. And the only reason this book's not higher is because of condition. Iron Fist, number 14. First appearance of Sabretooth. One of my favorite books. The cover's kind of faded. Spine's not the best. Still in my top 10 books. I'd say this is probably 7.0, 6.5. If this was a 9.0, it'd be in my top 4 books. But, you know, I got a pretty decent collection. I don't have, you know, anything like the first appearance of Daredevil yet. What am I at here? That was actually number 8, not number 7. I don't know where I came up with my numbers. I don't know. Coming in at number 7, though. Another great gift from my buddy Sean. X-Men number 129. First appearance of Kitty Pryde, Shadowcat. First appearance of the White Queen. And just a classic John Byrne cover. I love it. I'm getting this one graded. Probably soon. Coming in at number 6. Just missing my top 5. A little disappointed that this missed my top 5. And it only missed my top 5 because of a bad corner. Silver Surfer number 4. There's some guys out there that love it when I show this. Some guys out there that hate it when I show it because it reminds them that they don't have one. Hey, look. It's in picture in a picture because of the glare again. I gotta kind of... Yeah. So, maybe if I sit back a little bit, it won't be so bad. But Silver Surfer number 4. Again, Silver Surfer. I told you I'm a sucker for superhero. When they're battling on the cover, Thor looks like he's about to hit a grand slam off of the Silver Surfer. I love that. Now for my top 5. Real quick, I'm an idiot. Before I get my top 5, I'm going to do an honorable mention here. And this actually is in my top 50 books. This is in my top 20 books. Everyone knows I love the New Mutants. I don't keep that hidden. It's my favorite. When I was a kid, is what I read. Going into X-Force. I became very invested in those characters heavily. So, Marvel graphic novel number 4, the first appearance of the New Mutants, first appearance of Cannonball, first appearance of Sunspot, first appearance of Wolfsbane, first appearance of Mirage, and second appearance of Karma. How can you not love that book? But I forgot to grab it for some reason. I don't know why. All right, so that's my honorable mention book that needed to be included. All right, number 5. Be a little controversy with this one. Remember, these are mine favorite books. Amazing Spider-Man number 300. First appearance of Venom. That's right. Awesome book. I love it. Absolutely love it. Gonna get that graded too. Number 4. This may come to a surprise to some, but New Mutants number 98. First appearance of Deadpool. Once again, bam. True Alex comic order style. 2 copies. Number 3. X-Men number 101. Grade 9.2. First appearance of Phoenix. And first full appearance of Black Tom Cassidy. What's so great about this? Bam! 2 copies. 1 graded, 1 not graded. The number 2 book in my collection. Giant Size X-Men number 1. Might be my favorite book I own. Other than my number 1 book. The book I definitely paid the most money for. And I'm, you know, after I bought this book this year, I started slowing down on buying because, you know, it's just, I can't find a book short of X-Men number 1, number 4, and number 12. Not even number 12 or number 4. Short of X-Men number 1, that would mean more to me than this book. And honestly, I don't know. This book's the book I've wanted since I was a kid, so more than X-Men number 1. Giant Size X-Men number 1. Alright, so for the number 1 book in my collection, I actually included 2 books as the number 1 book together. Incredible Hulk number 180 and number 181. The cameo, first appearance, and the first appearance. This book isn't in good enough grade, really. It's probably a 5.0. This book's a 7.0 with the check mark. But yeah, I mean, it's really that book. But yeah, I love that book. So that's it. That's my top 50 books. Right at a little over half an hour. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be hopefully going out and buying some books this coming weekend, and maybe doing another haul video. It just depends. I don't really know what all I have to do this weekend, but till then, guys, collect what you like, don't apologize for it, and happy hunting.